doing the things from a developmental standpoint with Coach Dillman, Coach Miller down there in the weight room. And then by the end of the year, he started a bowl game and did some good things in the bowl game, and obviously that's carried over. And he practices against good guys here every day in practice, so you get a chance to really gauge where he's at as far as an SEC type lineman.
How much does being a high school wrestler help him with that position?
I think it helps a lot. You see it a lot of times when he's matched up with a guy that's a lot bigger than him. He just has a natural understanding of leverage, and he does a good job of that.
Will told us that Eric would kind of be the guy at right guard. What was he showing you to at least ensure that trust in him?
Well, Eric's a guy that's, obviously a tremendous guy to have in your corner. I mean, he can play every spot. He can play backup tackle, he can play backup center, he can start at the guard position. So he's done a good job there. We move him around a bunch during practice. He's the backup center, so he's got a lot of responsibilities on his plate, and that's a compliment to him. He's been here in our program for 2 years. He's worked hard. He's developed his body, done the things he's needed to do away from the building to become a good football player.
Is there any chance that Eric's versatility would make you lean toward not starting him so you could have him ready? So if it comes down to he and Javon, do you keep Eric as your six guys?
The 5 best guys will start,
Okay.
And Javon's done some good things the last couple of days. So, it's an ongoing battle. No one's ever guaranteed anything when you play up front, and, it could change again before the first game.
Skill set wise, what allows Eric to be kind of that versatile, and how soon after you arrived did you get a sense this is a guy we can play at a lot of spots?
He's obviously very smart. He can play a lot of positions from that standpoint. 2, he can snap the ball, and he's got a complete understanding of the offense as far as what we're looking for from a protection standpoint, whether it's being at guard or tackle or at center, making the correct protection calls. And sometimes if we want to change something, we can talk to the quarterback about it. So he has a complete understanding. He cares, loves the game of football, and those are all the traits that you want.
What is Chandler's role right now? We've seen him working with the tight ends, but does he still help out with you guys?
He does a bunch of stuff right now with the tight ends, just getting them acclimated there. But he's a guy at any time that can pop up and play anywhere in the inside 3 positions.
With that system of cross-training, Wolf, where did you learn that? Is that something that you went through or learned from a coach?
Well, I did a little bit, but I probably learned most in the NFL.
Okay.
At the end of the day, most teams, you got 7 or 8 guys that you feel like can play, and it was no different in the NFL. You had 7 guys dressed on game day, so 5 start. You have to have 2 guys that can play a lot of spots. I think it also gives you versatility to always make sure that you have your best player on the field and you don't have a weak link somewhere. So we've been doing a lot of that, and we'll continue to do that.
How valuable is that proven to be, especially with a guy like Douglas, who can be the backup in both tackles and center right now?
Well, it's huge. Obviously, and we just want to continue to build depth as we continue to go forward, and really try to find out who our guys are as far as the top 10, who are the 10 best players we can put out there that are ready to play come 31st.
How has the physical makeup and just the mental aptitude of a South Carolina offensive lineman changed in your time here?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for the past. Obviously I wasn't here, but I think anybody that's out there playing needs to have a complete understanding of everything we want to do offensively, as far as knowing every position, what that guy's job is, and being able to block multiple fronts and multiple blitzes and those kind of things, and you have to do it at a high level. A lot of times you're in 5 one-on-ones, and you got to be able to win your one-on-one.
How comfortable and confident are you in the depth of the offensive line this year?
I think we're continuing to get better and better. I don't think you're ever confident. As far as having enough guys, I've never been anywhere where you feel like you have enough guys, but sometimes those guys will pop in there and have to play for some reason, and they'll surprise you. And hopefully that's the case as we continue to grow.
Will said Ja'Kai and Jalen were working with second-string tackles. I guess what have those 2 true freshmen shown to kind of put themselves in that position? And as an offensive line coach, is there a little bit of worry in the back of your mind that we've got freshmen potentially in those spots?
I think you can look at it that way on paper. It's not a question of physical ability with any of those guys. The thing is consistency, and things are moving at a faster pace than it's ever has for them, and having urgency. Just being casual is not going to get the job done. You have to be urgent when you see things. It's got to happen at split-second timing.